Hi, my name is Alex, and I would like to speak today about childbirth trauma and the C-section. And I would like to expose that because my wife went through that situation, and I really know how much she suffered. And a lot of women don't speak about that because it's like embarrassed to tell about that feeling, because the mother's supposed not to have these heavy thoughts and heavy feelings. But really, it's not true. And I also did a research and I saw that plenty of women, it's like more than 7%, I think, they're suffering with the same situation, with the same heavy thoughts and heavy feelings. I found that women are suffer so much from having these heavy feelings of being a failure, that the body failed them, and also that blame themselves, maybe blame the staff also because they didn't want to wait a little longer. But I really know that today women are really educated, and they really know that a C-section can really save lives if something gets complicated. And they really know that consciously. But in their nature, it's really still that feeling that they need to give a birth to a child. And if this happened, that they don't have that feeling because they think that somebody just took the child out and the process was processing till the end, which is true. And what is really good news here, that this can be fixed. Also, my wife went through the beautiful sessions with one of my teachers, and now she's feeling more connected with herself and also with her child, our son. And I know it's possible, because any traumatic event is traumatic event. Doesn't matter if it's a birth trauma, or is it a car accident trauma, or is it a trauma for a little kid which you took from him, let's say lollipop in the situation. It can be also a traumatic event. So, but what is really important, that we can go there and that the woman also can heal themselves. Because in that situation, which was really terrified, because if I say like this, like my wife went to the situation, and when they said like they will took her to the C-section, she was in shock, a really big shock, because in her mind that it didn't exist, because she thought that that would never happen to her. And that shock was like not processing in that moment, was not so much, because everything, because of that shock, was shut down, or the cells or the immunity, everything was really shut down, and it was just like survival mechanism. And also the woman can feel powerless because of that. But when they come home, they can start experience it, or PTSD, that these heavy thoughts start coming back, they start rethinking the situation. But that thinking or rethinking is just rob you from the situation to be in that moment with your child. And later on, when you start to noticing that and to be aware of that, you start blaming yourself because you didn't do it differently again. So you see that loop, how it starts going. If the women don't process that, and if we don't process any traumatic event, we carry on this in everyday life. And what is really important here is that that when this is happening, it's also become your identity, which I'm speaking a lot about that. And you start seeing yourself as that, and it becomes more and more integrated. You're more and more suffer, and you're more and more disconnected with yourself, and also with the world, and also with the child, with the husband, and everything else separates you because you are suffering so much. So, but the good news is here that that this can be fixed. Like, if I can say like this, it's really in our core, nothing can be fixed, but it's like to going through that traumatic situation, because when you find a therapist who can help you, that you can be just relaxed, and you can go in a much more aware state right now, that you process that you go through that situation to heal yourself, to give yourself a healing, that this, what was in that moment shocked and shut down, can be again reopened, that you relieve it and go through that situation in a safe place with some, let's say, a therapist or somebody who is helping you like with that. And later on, you find yourself, you will not forget about that situation, definitely not, but you will learn a lot from that, and you will heal from that, and you will grow from that, which really can help you later on also who went through the same situation. You can help them. You can help them to understand much more deeper, much more. You can be there with them because you went through that experience and you know for yourself how it is. I don't know how it is because I didn't went through that birth trauma, but what I know that any traumatic event has a similar effect. So that means that I know as a therapist, when I approach with a client, like many clients who came to visit me, I was there with them, that they can re-experience and go through that situation, that this healing can happen for themselves. In the some situation, similar situation, doesn't have to be the same situation, similar situation, you start thinking and being again, because that memory, which is written from that traumatic event, is still here, and it will start come up, and it was not processed. You will start again being careful and just want to not going into the situation because you're afraid that something bad will happen. So, but really, we cannot live our lives like that. Like, because, like I said, it's nothing wrong that you have that feelings. But also a lot of women don't speak about it because it's shameful. It's like, I'm supposed to not have that feelings. I'm mother. But this is not true. You are important, much more important than your child in that moment, really. Because if you give yourself a healing, if you heal yourself, you will connect with the child. You will be more present with him. But because of you're present with yourself, because when you're present with yourself, you're present with the world. So really, I'm just that call. It's like you need to stop to do this and just find somehow help that, like I said, that this doesn't become your identity and later on a long term. Because it's possible to heal yourself, to give yourself a healing, to give yourself a love, because you deserve it for yourself. And later on, also your child will definitely feel that. Because I see right now, because my wife also give herself a healing, also her child is more connected. She's more connected with her child because in the first few months, she didn't feel that connection. She told me, I don't feel connected. I don't know. I feel nothing. Because she suffered a lot. So this is it for today. And thank you for listening. And like I said, if you need support and any help, I'm really here to help. I'm really here to support you. There is also, in comment down below, you can visit my Facebook page. There is a lot of, you can see there is a lot of more videos about that. So this is it for now. Thank you for listening and all the best. Bye-bye.